Sometime around 2016, this mega mansion was seemingly vacated overnight by the family that once lived here. And in today's episode, we're headed inside to see what's left and investigating the story of its downfall. Next episode, we'll be investigating my downfall because I just destroyed my $3,000 drone. Hey, what's up, folks? Today we're gonna explore this insane abandoned mega mansion. They left quite a bit of modern stuff. They left cars, construction equipment, flat screen TVs. Guys, you're about to see one of the craziest mansions I think I've ever explored out in this state. Look at this room. Let's get into it. Located not far from the city, this home, once priced at $12 million, was lived in by a prestigious family. They owned around 80 acres, which for a property near the city is nearly impossible to obtain. Views of multiple ponds and wilderness. They had their own nature sanctuary essentially, and with nearly 17,000 square feet of living space, luxury was all around. 8 bedrooms, 13 bathrooms, a 2-story 10-car garage, indoor pool and hot tubs, an atrium, and my 2 favorite features, a deep underground wine dungeon, and an aquarium built into its staircase, reportedly to hold 500 gallons of water. It was only built in 2005, but today its future is likely demolition. But the story of this place is even more interesting. What happened here? Who owned this place, and why was it left to decay? We came here the other day, and it was the middle of the night, so I didn't film anything really, but I just wanted to see if it was still open, and sure enough, it is. If you do see footprints, that was us, but this place is abandoned. I didn't even see the whole thing, really. I just went in the middle of the night. I was like, oh, crap, you can actually get inside here. It's just wide open. So, yeah, we're going to go hit that today. Right now, it's about 10 degrees, so wish me luck. Hopefully, I don't freeze to death, but let's get into it. I'll see you guys in there. So, folks, there is a development behind me. This is where I parked, and they're essentially going to build over this land, so I heard. See, it kind of stops right here. There's a walking trail. It just stops. And yeah, so this is the way to the mansion here. There's actually a way easier way, but it's Sunday, so I don't really want to cause any disturbance here in the neighborhood. Oh my gosh, but here it is, guys. Look, guys, this place, oh my, huge. This is huge. But yeah, it's literally abandoned. Like, it looks like it's, I think this was built in 2005. So it's so modern, but it is abandoned, as you'll soon see. I am super resilient. I did not bring gloves or a hat. I decided to buy gloves at Target because it's so cold out. Believe me, guys, I can withstand the cold immensely, but it's really bad out today. Should be all right once we get inside, I would imagine. You can kind of see the weeds sticking out. I mean, if this was like summer, you'd see this. It's like a prairie here due to how overgrown it is. Here's like a tennis court. Yeah, they had their own tennis court. Really modern. Looks like a water fountain there. All just really modern like stuff, you know? This would have been real nice back in the day. I think they were supposed to build a pool house here. You can see up here in the windows, guys, it's just full of stuff. Like everything's left behind. So here it is, guys. Towering structure. So this is the back area. So you got a backyard and this is your view. It's an even crazier view inside. So yeah, these are our footprints here from last night. I wish I could show you guys in summer, it'd be a lot better, but I don't know when the next chance I'm gonna explore this is. They did board this up as well, but funny thing is, the way open's very simple. There's a spiral staircase there, and kind of another area. The glass is actually cracked up there, it's so cold. That's kind of crazy. Now on the other side of the mansion, we got big glass room here, but I mean, look at all the detail they put here. It's all newer stuff, you know? But here's this crazy glass room. It's all snowed in here, but so there's no way into there, obviously, for some reason. I don't know why that's obvious, but there's a walkway here. This takes you up to the front. I will show you guys inside here because looks like there's some, shoot, I don't know if I can get in here, but the windows are open here. So this is the front. Look at that, it's falling apart. But yeah, Let's see. I don't know if we can show you inside. Maybe. Ugh. Seems dangerous. Low key. I don't know. But anyways, here's the front of this mansion. There's the guy's name. Kladek. Sounds Eastern European. There's a camera right there that is on. And yeah, there's some stairs going down. Pretty cool spot. But yeah, it's just completely snowed in. My idea is that like no one can even drive up here if those cameras do work. Who's gonna drive up this long driveway? I mean, this is seriously a long driveway. It's such a shame. This is likely gonna get knocked down. So many crazy, beautiful details here. Literally got a pond in the front. Probably had koi in here at some point. But yeah, there's a garage here. More garages over there. Got a pretty new looking camera there, but I don't think any of them work. What's crazy is we have a part of a... Oh, I thought that was a Range Rover. It's actually a Chevy. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. There's a piece of a broken car just sitting here for some reason. I don't know why. There's a barn here. It's close to this guy's farm, but it's not part of his property. This is like part of this mansion's property. I'm wondering if there's anything in there. Yes, literally a modern barn. Must have been built when this house was built in like 2005. Okay, it's like brand new. Got a board on the window. Wonder what's inside here. Very curious. If you guys saw that, there's a Ring camera there. I don't know if that's different, like they're trying to protect stuff in the barn. Man, imagine there's cars in here. You can't even see inside the windows. They're all boarded up. So real quick, before we explore this, I do want to show you guys the cars. So right here are the cars. Looks like we got 3 cars and a scissor lift. Man, it's cold out, guys. So yeah, a lot of this stuff was like new, really good condition, obviously, and then it went abandoned. And you can see, I mean, this was such an abrupt abandonment that they literally just left the cars. These have just been sitting. Pretty crazy. I don't know why there's little kids' toys in there. But yeah, wow. He just left it. These might have been parts cars, but this car, oh yeah. Huh, maybe these were for parts. Strange though that they left them on this property. So this is a little further back. I am concerned because these are not my footprints, so I don't know what's up with that, but look at this. These are things that were, I think, inside the house. For some reason they threw it all out here. These were, oh my. Look, there's a moped in there. Wow. This is all their personal stuff, guys. So some of it's still inside the house, but it looks like they decided to take some of it out. I think temporarily. But what the heck? Ah, they're probably just in the middle of moving. Yeah, I don't know what these footprints are about, but yeah, somebody walked into this trailer. See the footsteps, it's a bit strange. I think it might have been another explorer, perhaps. Weird, so it looks like someone wiped stuff off there. This is actually like in pretty decent shape on satellite, and then you come here now, it's all collapsed. I wonder why they were walking here. Huh, there's nothing even over here. Unless this is a homeless person or something. I don't know. This would be a good spot. This property is so big, there are a couple other buildings like this one. So I'm taking the trek down to see in case I miss something cool. Like, I don't know, maybe there's more cars or something. Looks like we got like a shed or a barn up here. There's even more buildings further up. I don't know. This might be the last one I'll check before we start going back. Well, this was a huge waste of time. All I see are pallets. This was a modern barn, so they did build this as a part of the property. I thought this was going to be some old building, but no. But there's literally nothing cool in here. I guess this is just where animals hang out here and just relax. So, kind of nice. Alright, well, let's go back. Ugh, did that for nothing. folks, the lengths I go to explore some of these places is insane. Oh my gosh, it's so cold out. And then you have to walk, and then you're wearing all this heavy stuff. Whew. I love it though, you know. Love to give you guys good content, show you guys a really cool spot. Reason I went today is because I don't know if it's gonna be open or if it's gonna be around later. So anytime's the best time. You gotta get the opportunity, just go. So we're coming back up here. This is, I'm already out of breath just doing that. Oh, holy mission already, guys. This is crazy. Look at this van. It's really nice in here. I think this is a newer van because they all kind of look the same. But yeah, folks, had to chill out for a little bit. All right, we're back out. I'm kind of curious what's in these cars. What is all this random stuff? All these, ooh, it smells terrible in here. It's weird, like, I always wonder what caused things to end up where. Like, why are these kids' toys in here? Why is there a potted plant? There's a smoke detector in this van here. Oh, there's a trampoline there. Huh, just carrying stuff around, I guess. Mwahaha. The night before, it looked like this explorer was going to be impossible, as every door was locked. That is, except the last door I tried. Now, I was in. This was the home of the King of Diamonds, a gentleman's club owner named Larry Claddock. It's unknown if he was the first owner, but by 2009, his wife's name was associated with the property. Around this time, he was sentenced to prison for tax fraud and was meant to spend 20 months in jail. Perhaps in an attempt to pay these fines, the home was listed for sale in 2012 for $12 million. Back then, this land all around was wilderness, but times were about to change. The whole area began to slowly be built up. Neighbors began selling to developers for new neighborhoods, and eventually in the year 2017, the Claddock family gave in, selling the home for a measly $3.4 million. But it wasn't really their choice. The year before, in 2016, the property was foreclosed to the bank. The pressure was on to sell, which means 2016 may have been the last year this was lived in. But maybe it was abandoned in 2010 or 2012. The real mystery you're about to see here is the condition, brand new construction, signs of a massive renovation, but also personal items left behind. My original theory is that they were just about to move in, but clearly, them living there, at least in 2009, was clearly not the case. So what went on in this house for it to be in this shocking condition? I would emerge with a couple theories. But before you hear mine, what are your theories? Was this abandoned when he went to jail? Or maybe when the home was for sale? Or maybe in 2016 when it was foreclosed? Or 2017 with the sale of the developer? Or even, was this meant to be lived in one day again? You'll hear my theories towards the end. And here we are. So, yeah, I mean, everything's kind of still here. There's parts of a motorcycle. Brand new TVs. A whole bunch of stuff. So folks, this was a construction site, like they didn't finish, so there is going to be a lot of construction stuff. There's also going to be a lot of personal stuff because they were kind of in the middle of moving in. So quite an interesting you kind of see where they kind of left it off at. But yeah, there's like the construction worker stuff, I guess. Whole bunch of things. And then you got like personal stuff like these books. There's snowmobile tracks. And then yeah, brand new appliances here. So people have been in here and luckily they haven't really done anything, like broken anything, which is really cool. Brand new TV on the wall. Still got the no, yeah, it's brand new. Of course, all these construction materials. And yeah, they like boarded it up. Like, they kind of just stopped caring. But this stuff here just costs a fortune, so it's pretty insane. Anyway, so this is the main part, and there's like a guest part over here, like a little guest room. So let's go there first. So here's the guest portion. Pretty crazy. A lot of this was finished pretty soon. Sold. And I think some of this is original, like the flooring. So like this was built in 2005, so it's not like a brand new build. But yeah, there's like random personal things here, like this Monopoly set, flowers, chairs. But yeah, I wonder if they were removing this part. Looks like they were gutting the whole kitchen. Here's the bathroom. I don't know why there's so many of these here. And yeah, this is one of the bedrooms. I guess the bed was in the ground. I guess that's a rich person thing. And yeah, here's this like overlook. So this is just like one side. Oh, there's a little TV there. But yeah, the power's like, there's like no alarms here. It's pretty interesting. There's like one more side here to this guest wing, I think. We got here and we walked up here. I was so confused. Yeah, look, there's a bed. It's still there. I think that mattress is outside. This stuff says sold. So I think, I don't know, maybe they're slowly disassembling it, this place, or were. I don't know, but there's the main part. Oh my gosh, just imagine this view, like just waking up. Oh, it's so nice. I think the lights work. No. So we're back in the garage, and I wonder why some of this stuff says sold. Was it a development company that bought this place that's slowly selling materials? Or more likely, I think in the middle of renovation, they were just selling some stuff off so they could put new stuff maybe. I really don't know. But anyways, let's go to the main part of the house. So this part is pretty boring. I mean, this is just what it looks like when you walk in, but this is the one part that they didn't finish. They completely gutted this. So we're not going to spend too much time here, but there's some cool features we'll take a look at for a couple seconds. So this would have been the main part right here, completely gutted. Here's this massive front door. And yeah, not much else to see. Looks like they did have security here at one point. Security motion sensors. And then right past here is the part that's completely untouched, which is pretty wild. Check this out. I'll show you guys this in a second. This is one of the coolest stairways I've ever seen. But anyways, you go past here and it starts to get more and more intact. You can hear those smoke alarms. Nobody's been in here a long time to replace them. But here we have our first room that's relatively intact. This is pretty crazy. It literally looks like we're in a construction site, but guys, this is abandoned, which is like the craziest thing. All this brand new material. Look at this TV, guys. Wow. New TV right there. And this bed is so cool. Imagine how expensive this is, guys. Look at that. This is a new build. So this is like some stuff you'd see at like a really old house. So this stuff is big money if it's brand new, I'm telling y'all. Of course, we got this spiral staircase. That is pretty awesome. I think that leads to the lookout. We were here last night, so there's a really crazy lookout I'll show you guys. Yeah, they had like another fireplace here. This perhaps could have been the master. Perhaps. Because this is the only room that leads to the lookout. They got their own kitchen here. Some more sold stuff here. Oh my gosh. Look at this, guys. Whoa. Yeah, this is definitely the master, folks. We got this crazy bathtub steam room. And we got this hot tub indoors. Look at this, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, there's a mirror here, guys. It's just a mirror. And then you could chill in the hot tub, and then this is your view, folks, of this like pond. It would have been, it's too snowy to really see, but this is just crazy. And this is probably brand new. And there's like mouse crap everywhere. Like, this is abandoned. There's like so much dead bugs and dust all over the floor. So this must be pending for new development. Look at this, guys. So sick. And then yeah, we got this like other bathtub. Really nice mirrored room. That's cool. So I think you even got a urinal in there. And this is like the steam room or something. Oh wow, this is a really neat shower. Look at the amount of faucets here, guys. This guy had some serious cash. There's even a soap bar still left in there. But this is yet to be the coolest room. There's so many more crazy rooms here, folks. Well, you can see the dust here, guys, so has been sitting. Now, just for this room, not the house, the coolest part about this room I've yet to show you, and that would be the lookout point. There's a walk-in closet here, but yeah, there's nothing in here. That would be the lookout point, though. Let's go. So once you climb up these spiral stairs, you are met with a room right here. And this room is so cool. Voila. Look at this room. Oh, this is one of the most beautiful rooms I've ever seen at a mansion. It's completely made of glass here, as you can see. This would be quite the romance room. You can see a lot from here. There's that development here. So they're supposed to bring this road all the way through here and just knock this house down. That was one of the plans. Wow. And that chimney is insane as well. Look how large that thing is. That's like the Eye of Sauron or something. It's like a clock tower. Huge. I love this room though. This is so nice. So there were some rooms that I haven't really seen yet. This is one of them. This one says private. Wow. I couldn't really get a good look at this one, but now you can kind of see it. There's some dust there. I'm telling y'all, this is abandoned. So this must have been the guy's office here. Pretty crazy. Yeah. This wasn't here, guys, mind you. Like, none of these homes were here. Here's just a bunch of instruction manuals for like building stuff. I really want to get in this room. I couldn't find that one last night. But wow, what a room, folks. There are a couple books, actually. You'll see more personal stuff in some of the next rooms. And what's a mansion without an elevator? If you ever see this, that means it's an elevator. So I'm trying to figure out actually how to get to the top floor. But I found more rooms. Here's a bedroom. It's completely intact. Really cool. Got a closet here. There's a pillow. Dead bird on the ground. Gosh. What a spot. Get back there. Oh yeah, next to this is another bedroom. Oh wow. There's actually a lot left behind here. Lots of books. Oh wow, that's cool. Photos of battleships. Wow, these are cool books. Wish I read more books, folks. So this is when George Bush died. Y'all remember that? So that's around when this was abandoned. I can't believe it was 2018. Felt like yesterday. Time flies. So, well, these are from 2018, folks. And there's more books up here, obviously. So I haven't even been to the upper floor yet, but there's no way up there. So for time's sake, since I want to get this done sooner than later, let's go downstairs, and I'm going to spend the last couple minutes trying to find the upper floor. That looked like all the stuff was left in there. Anyways, okay, this is really cool. So this stairway is right by the front door. This is one of the coolest stairways, and you'll see why in a second. Boom. Folks, they have their own aquarium in the middle of the stairway. If this isn't wild, I don't know what is. This is so freaking cool. Just so cool. Anyways, yeah. So this part's unfinished. Okay, we're not gonna get in here too much, but there is a really crazy room I have to show you guys. So folks, this is the coolest room I found last night. I made a huge mistake. I didn't bring my flashlight. We're gonna have to go with the camera light here. But dude, this is so crazy. So this is a wine cellar, and it goes far around. So this is just the entrance to the wine cellar. This is how you get in. So there is power on this one room, that's it. But here we go, guys. This is crazy. Wish I could hold some of these lights here on the ground. But anyways, look at all this wine that's left. On both sides, there is wine. Ain't that insane? And this kind of leads to this kitchen. Do the lights work? I don't think so. But this is just sick with all these wine glasses here. There's even more. There's another room here. Look at that door. This might have been like a little safe room or something. This is really underground. I don't think there's anything in there. But yeah, these bottles must have been left by the old owner maybe. Oh, and then here's the sauna. I think this is a steam room maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a closet. I don't see anything indicating this is a sauna. So I don't know where I'm gonna cut this, but I actually brought the light into here. So it's pretty cool now. You can kind of see everything. So that actually leads to the glass room, but there's no way in. There's this room here. Luckily the lights actually turn on. Very nice. So it's the only room I've seen with the lights on, but this is definitely like the workshop room. They're just working on stuff, but everything's left. Who knows what they were gonna build here. Really cool stuff. Life jackets, more personal stuff. Definitely had like boats and we're boating. That's cool, the lights work. Oh, I'm so happy. So yeah, all this stuff is here. We got like this hockey table. Really nice. Mostly like the utility room. Now, no matter where I go, these always have everything left. So that was the last stuff they ever did. What we're supposed to do is finish the ceiling tiles. Whoa! Holy cow. Check this room out. Oh my gosh. There's no lights in here. Dang it, I should have brought my... Oh. Okay. Wow. Look at this room, folks. This is completely full of stuff as well. Look, this is a bar they were going to put in somewhere. So there's a garage, another garage on the bottom, like backyard area. Scooter. Huh. Lots of Christmas trees. Exercising machines. Obviously, they probably had a gym here. They were going to at some point. Another crazy TV. So they never finished this. Look at that. They left this behind. Obviously, I think before they knock this down, they're going to take all this stuff out. Yeah, some old scooters. That's probably for the kids or something. Look, it's like they left a, I think this, maybe they had an estate sale in here. I don't know. Look at this stuff. That's pretty crazy. So you go back here. It's pretty dark, unfortunately. But look at this, folks. We got a whole like video game here. Strike Master. Canned goods there as well. Look at this big sewer hole. Yeah, this is just full of stuff, guys. Look, there's even a bed back here. Wow. There's a bunch of like sheets and stuff. This must have been from the owner. And like more construction materials. Look at the mold though. This is definitely abandoned. Maybe trash. I don't know, but this is sick, guys. You know, folks, I always have a joke. There's always Christmas trees somewhere in the bando. Here's our Christmas tree for this mansion. Now, outside of this crazy room is the unfinished part. Now, it seems like not much until you look here. This is the indoor pool, folks. Oh, this would have been way cooler if they just abandoned it before renovation. But yeah, there's the indoor pool with a slide, mind you. Wow. That's pretty neat. You got these like 2000s kind of styling here, these tiles of fish and turtles. Rich parents, man. Definitely had this for their kids. Man, I would have used this a lot. So two things I noticed. These are not wires. These are actually for water. You notice the plastic pipes, these orange things? So this is like the same thing for like water. Also, I noticed, I was like, I looked down on the ground, it looks like water. I was like, is that pee? Then I look up, this place is molding and falling apart. Right there, it's literally about to collapse. Another point of proof that this is abandoned. Pretty wild. So I haven't checked much else out here. This is like the main part when you walk down the stairs. But there's this. Don't know what this was supposed to be. Maybe a TV area for couches? I really don't know. But there's a couple rooms here I don't know if we checked out last time. Starts to get kind of, you know, more intact here. The walls are here at least. But there ain't too much here. And then you go to this room. These might have been bedrooms or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe bedrooms. Every rich person's basement has bedrooms in it. So for some reason, I cannot find the stairs going up. I think it's illegal to have stairs, no stairs going upstairs. So we'll have to keep looking for the stairway because I really want to see what's up there. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, where are those boxes on the upstairs? Bruh, these are the boxes. It's just these other things that I saw on the drone. So I guess there was only like two upstairs parts, the guest area and then this kind of walkway up here. So no upstairs technically. This is the upstairs, which is fine. Dang, I guess that's it. I kept expecting more and more because this place is so crazy, but I must have explored it all, I think. So now that you've seen the home, I can share my wide variety of theories. Perhaps it was abandoned when the owner went to prison around 2009 or 2010. The wife perhaps tried to renovate the house, perhaps to get more of an appeal after it sat on the market for some time. The items inside didn't matter as much as it just kind of sat here and maybe they just moved out. Or perhaps when it went into foreclosure, the bank did this to try to improve sale value. And maybe it was even lived in up until 2016. A key clue here is that it was sold as is. But maybe even after the sale to the developer, they wanted to renovate it themselves, perhaps flip the home early on, or even incorporate it into a future neighborhood. But nonetheless, today, neighborhood development plans do not include the home in any future builds. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it for today's video. Place was awesome. If you guys want to check out my YouTube memberships, I got the methods on how to find this stuff. Believe it or not, this was found using a method that I put on my YouTube memberships. Also putting PDF, guides on my website. Check out my website. We got locations, products, all sorts of stuff. So definitely check it out. Link will be in the description for that. Anyways, folks, well, thanks for watching. What a spot. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Couldn't be doing things without y'all. So thank you guys. Seriously, I wouldn't be exploring fun places without you guys at this point, because you get older and life gets pretty busy. So at least I can do this for work. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.